Hey, this is our continuing coverage here at Chicago VMUG. I'm Andy McCaskey from SDR News. I'm here with Brandon Meyer from TrendMicro. And Brandon, you just came off the platform giving people an overview of TrendMicro. One of the big takeaways that I had was this whole issue of patching. And I was really amazed to take the survey you took. Were you surprised at those results?
Actually, I was not surprised.
What was the survey?
So the survey was how often do people patch? About 3 or 4 people said they actually there was only one person that said they patched the following weekend after Patch Tuesday, and then it kind of grew into the following weekend was about 3 or 4 people, and there were actually people that didn't even answer when I asked, do you patch within a month?
Right.
So what that kind of tells me is people aren't getting around to patching. So what our virtual patching allows you to do is patch those virtual machines or even those physical servers at the network level before anything even gets to the operating system.
So very often you'll have a vulnerability that's discovered or announced, and it takes Microsoft, or it takes a while to actually build the patch.
That is correct. They have to go through the regression testing, they have to go into the code. The problem with that is they're dealing with the operating system or applications that affect customers. So what ours does is it's a lot simpler because we don't have that code reliability. We are just blocking the vulnerability at the wire. So we're allowed to block that vulnerability before it gets to the virtual machine. One of the big benefits of that is there's no reboot required because it doesn't affect the operating system. So on Patch Tuesday, what we can do is provide those rules for you, and you apply those rules, and it automatically starts protecting you. You don't have to go through a reboot. What the problem is with a lot of people doing patches is it's the time to do those reboots, and then also testing those patches because Microsoft patches are known to break some products. So what we also allow you to do is instead of blocking those holes or those vulnerabilities, we can detect it.
So it's not only the operating system, it's applications that you might have deployed as well.
Both. It's actually both of those. Our virtual patching works with over 100 plus applications, including Adobe Reader, Java, as well as SQL Server, Exchange, Oracle, all of those things.
So one of your big differentiators is an agentless approach. Can you speak to that?
That is correct. So TrendMicro worked with VMware very early on when VMware came to the industry and wanted somebody that was able to provide security for their hypervisor. So TrendMicro worked with VMware to build out their vShield APIs, also their VMSafe APIs. And what that allows you to do is essentially intercept all the traffic, all the I/O requests at the hypervisor level. What that allows us to do is perform all the scanning functions before it gets to the virtual machine. So with our agentless, we can provide antivirus, IDS, IPS, firewall, file integrity monitoring, all with no agent whatsoever inside the virtual machine.
You also had a very interesting approach to the malware storm, where you actually built a profile of very commonly used files, ran that once, and then hashed that and had protection, but it gave you a much greater advantage.
Yeah, so what that is our scan cache. So what happens is you're running 15 virtual machines on your virtualization host that have tens of thousands of files that are identical. So what that allows us to do is scan that first virtual machine. That allows us to cache the results of those files. When we see that file again within a determined amount of time, we know it's a good file because it's an identical file. We hash it, we take all the other file attributes out of it, and we know that it's a good file so we don't have to scan it again. Reduces your I/O, reduces your time to scan, works wonderful in VDI environments that are running 100, 150 virtual machines on one host. That reduces the amount of I/O 150x.
Another impressive slide was what your threat testers had found and how deep your database is.
Our Smart Protection Network. So our Smart Protection Network provides functionality to all of our products that are integrated with the Smart Protection Network to allow customers to react a lot quicker to threats that are seen around the world. Our Smart Protection Network it's almost like a DNS lookup where they can go and check the reputation of a file or a website before they download it, so we can be more proactive. Our about 1,500 threat researchers around the world are analyzing all the data that we bring in from our 300 million sensors around the world, and taking that data, correlating it, and updating our Smart Protection Network, and that's getting pushed out to our customers.
So when you see a particular address, IP address that's been used as a command and control, that's something that's automatically tracked then?
That is correct, and that gets updated into our Smart Protection Network and pushed out to our customers within an hour.
Excellent. It was a really great presentation. Where can people go for more information?
People can go to www.trendmicro.com. Our website there has all of our information for all of our products. That would be your best resource, and we work with all of your partners that you work with to purchase software.
Excellent. Brandon, thanks very much. Thanks to you folks as well for continuing to follow us here at Chicago VMUG.